The following is a fictional story based on real events of the First Crusades. The Siege of Antioch. Chapter 1. The Siege tightens. The cold crept through the canvas like a thief. Raymond tugged his cloak tighter about his shoulders, though the wool was ragged and threadbare from months of marching, and the fire in his tent had long since guttered out. Sleep would not come, not when the night winds carried the groans of the starving through the Crusader camp. Antioch loomed in the darkness just beyond the plain, a city of black walls, taller than any Raymond had seen in all his campaigns, bristling with towers that pierced the sky like spears. Within those walls, the Turks and Armenians ate well. Smoke from their hearths curled upward, taunting the men of Christ with the smell of roasted lamb and warm bread. Out here, outside the walls, his army gnawed on roots and weeds, and some whispered that worse had been eaten in secret. Raymond closed his eyes. Lord, why have you led us here to starve at the gates of this heathen stronghold? We have left home and hearth, sworn our lives to your cause, and yet my men perish like cattle in the snow. Strengthen me, O Lord, or else my name and my house will wither like these bones in the mud. A cough rattled from the far corner of his tent. Raymond turned. A young squire, Etienne, son of a poor knight of Provence, sat huddled on the ground, clutching his knees. His face was hollow, eyes sunken. "My lord," the boy rasped, "I heard they boiled the hides from the mules again. Shall I fetch some?" Raymond felt the sting of pity. "No, lad. Keep what strength you have. The hides are not food, they are misery in a pot." The boy said nothing more and soon drifted into a restless doze. Raymond rose, pushing aside the tent flap. The night air bit hard. Around him sprawled the camp of the Crusaders, tens of thousands reduced now to a wretched host. Fires flickered low. Men huddled together beneath scraps of cloth or lay half-buried in their cloaks. Horses were long gone, eaten or dead of starvation. The few oxen that remained were skin and bone, ribs jutting sharp against their hides. Raymond walked slowly among them, his boots sinking into the frozen mud. He heard snatches of muttered prayer, curses, a woman singing a lullaby to quiet her infant, and he heard the darker sounds, the shuffle of deserters slipping away toward the night. It was not the first he had seen. At dawn, he summoned his captains. The tent was bitter cold, their breath steaming as they gathered around the crude table where maps were spread. Bohemond of Taranto was absent, again, claiming illness, though Raymond suspected the Norman was biding his time, letting others bleed while he schemed. Godfrey of Bouillon stood silent and grim, his blonde